Tonight on Beach TV News, a deadly weekend mired by numerous shootings across the country. One of those shootings taking place here in our own backyard. Our reporter is on the scene.
Plus, mission aborted. SpaceX has scrubbed its much-anticipated rocket launch in what was supposed to be a new era for space travel. What went wrong, and when can we expect the mission to resume?
And America's favorite fast food restaurant is upgrading their most iconic burgers. But will fans be loving it? All that and more, next.
Beach TV News starts now. Welcome to this edition of Beach TV News. I'm Vanessa Mayorga.
And I'm Kevin Fernandez. Beach TV News is brought to you by the broadcast journalism students at Cal State Long Beach. We begin tonight with chaos at the Grand Prix of Long Beach after an officer-involved shooting. Police responded to reports of an active gunman during the city's most crowded weekend of the year. Upon arrival, they shot a suspect who may also been involved in two other shootings earlier in the day. Tens of thousands of people were leaving the Grand Prix and were startled by gun blasts which caused a stampede. Fortunately, no one else was hurt. Beach TV News reporter Mark Silvell is live at the scene. Mark, can you tell us what's the latest at this hour?
Thanks, Kevin. Yeah, a frightening moment here at the intersection of Elm Avenue and Ocean Boulevard in downtown Long Beach. Just as the Long Beach Grand Prix was coming to a conclusion, we're just across the street from one of the main entry-exit points, and spectators were exiting the venue when gunfire erupted here at this intersection after police encountered a gunman. Police had been called to this area after reports of gunfire and saw the gunman. They encountered him, ended up shooting him in the chest. They took him into custody. He was hospitalized with non-life-threatening injuries. There was two previous shootings in the area within hours of this incident. One just a couple of blocks away where a man was injured by the gunfire, and another at Elm and 3rd where there was no injury. Police now believe that this gunman and this weapon were involved in all three incidents. Reporting live from downtown Long Beach, I'm Mark Silvell, Beach TV News. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Mark, for that live report. While Long Beach wasn't the only city mired in gun violence this weekend, 4 other shootings were reported from several southern states. In Kansas City, a black teenager was shot in the head by 84-year-old white man. 16-year-old Ralph Yarl mistakenly went to the wrong house to pick up his younger brothers. Andrew Lester, the 84-year-old white homeowner, shot Yarl through a locked glass door because he thought the teenager was trying to break into his home. Lester pleaded not guilty to felony charges of assault and later was released on a $200,000 bail. Yarl is now out of the hospital and expected to make a full recovery. And in Alabama, 4 people are dead and 32 people are injured following a mass shooting at a Sweet 16 party. The city of Dateville was rocked by the tragic shootings, and the community mourns all the young lives lost. Among the victims killed was a high school senior who was celebrating his sister's 16th birthday, and he sacrificed his life to protect his sister. The shooting is still at large, and police are investigating a possible motive.
In other news, Fox News has settled their defamation lawsuit with Dominion Voting Systems. Both parties reached a settlement merely hours after the jury was sworn in. The last-minute agreement came right before opening statements were made. Fox will pay about $787 million to Dominion, which is about half of the $1.6 billion that was originally asked for. Dominion sued Fox for defamation when anchors and reporters of the network claimed that Dominion's voting machines rigged votes in favor of Joe Biden during the 2020 presidential election. Dominion alleged that Fox knowingly made the false claims, but Fox's legal team repeatedly denied the charges. Though this case against Fox News was settled, Dominion still has lawsuits against other right-wing networks and Trump allies.
And speaking of defamation lawsuits, a federal judge has denied former President Trump's request to delay his defamation and battery trial set for next week. The case against Mr. Trump was brought by former Elle magazine columnist E. Jean Carroll. Carroll alleges Trump raped her in a New York department store in the 90s and then defamed her by denying the assault. Last week, Trump's legal team requested a delay in the case, arguing that publicity around the former president's indictment in a separate case in New York would impact her ability to select a jury. Judge Lewis Kaplan denied the request, citing that the attention drawn to the Stormy Daniels case was provoked by Trump's own actions. Carroll and Trump have 2 days to state whether they will attend the full trial or only some parts. So it looks like there's another case set to begin involving former President Trump.
Speaking of Mr. Trump, the former president made an appearance at the NRA convention, hoping to keep his presidential aspirations alive. Plus, President Joe Biden visits Ireland. Our political reporter Morgan Trivet has more.
Thanks, Kevin. Conservative politicians tackle multiple issues as the 2024 election inches closer, and President Biden returns from his trip to Ireland. Let's take a look at what's happening in U.S. politics. President Joe Biden recently returned from a 4-day visit to Ireland. While in Ireland, the president visited local establishments including a pub and Knock Shrine, a Catholic pilgrimage site where he had an emotional meeting with the priest who delivered last rites to his son, Beau Biden. The president's trip was meant to celebrate unity between Ireland and the United States and show support for the economic growth of Northern Ireland nearly 25 years after the signing of the Good Friday Agreement, which helped end years of division in the country. Back in the United States, potential GOP candidates for the 2024 presidential race spoke at the National Rifle Association convention. Speakers included former President Donald Trump, former Vice President Mike Pence, former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley, and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis via video message. Many of the speakers claimed gun violence is unrelated to gun ownership, but is the fault of mental health issues. President Trump claimed that the Food and Drug Administration should investigate transgender hormone treatments and common psychiatric medications as causes of gun violence. Multiple conservative states are moving to ban misoprostol, a drug commonly used in medication abortions. Judges in Texas and Wyoming ordered that the approval of the drug by the Food and Drug Administration be put on hold. The drug has had FDA approval since 2000, and for now it remains available in many states. So far, several judges have been able to resist the ban on the medication, but if things move forward, then it would become much more difficult for people to access the drug, even in states that support access to abortion. The Biden administration claims they will fight the ruling if it progresses. That's what's happening in U.S. politics. I'm Morgan Trivet. Back to you at the news desk.
Thanks, Morgan. A Massachusetts National Air Guard has been arrested after leaking classified documents relating to the Ukraine war. 21-year-old Jack Teixeira was arrested this week after sharing the sensitive documents in a Discord group. He allegedly holds top security clearance and has been posting to the small invite-only group chat since December of last year. The leak includes top-secret documents revealing which countries are susceptible to foreign attacks. Other documents reveal the U.S. officials were aware of the 4 other Chinese spy balloons apart from the one that floated across the country earlier this year. Teixeira did not enter a formal plea during his court appearance. He will have a formal hearing on Wednesday.
In campus news, mental health is still a sensitive topic in journalism and public relations. At JPR Day, csulb students heard from professionals about why protecting yourself is crucial in the news industry. Beach TV News reporter Raya Torres attended the panels and has the story.
Every year, the Journalism and Public Relations Department here at Cal State Long Beach hosts JPR Day, where students can learn from industry professionals. During this event, panels are hosted, and this year the theme is centered on trauma, especially on how journalists can recover from reporting traumatic incidents.
Students voted for the topic of trauma to be discussed at the panels. The panelists spoke about their own traumatic experiences as a professional in the field.
And by far, covering Uvalde has been the most emotional, most difficult, most profound story that I've had to cover.
The panel was hosted by Jesus Ayala. Ayala shared that he was diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder in 2015, after more than 20 years of covering many traumatic events during his award-winning career.
Part of the reason I think why I am willing to open up and be vulnerable is because I don't want you guys to have it as hard as we did, and I think this is the reason why we are all here.
Junior Christina Ledesma majors in public relations. She said that attending the panels gave her great insight on what she can do to protect herself when she begins her career in PR.
I feel like as PR students, we see the clients. We put them first versus us, and I think we really need to put ourselves first because in the end, who's going to do the work? Like, it's us. So it's like we have to take care of our mental health as much as we can.
As Gen Z enters the workforce, many are ensuring that their mental health is prioritized. Luke Money says he wishes that mental health was talked about more before he became a professional journalist.
And so I think having those more honest conversations, open conversations with ourselves and with each other, so that way we can try to head off, some of the worst impacts of these things down the line.
We will have to see how this will impact the news industry when the new wave of Gen Z journalists and PR professionals enter the workforce. Reporting from Long Beach, California, Raya Torres, Beach TV News.
After months of testing and preparing, SpaceX has scrapped its first launch of the most powerful rocket ever made. And get this, it's due to a technical issue. That's right, the Starship launch was canceled only 3 minutes before takeoff because a valve in the booster's pressurization system appeared to be frozen. With 33 engines, Starship is said to be the most powerful rocket ever built for space travel. According to CEO Elon Musk, the ultimate mission of Starship is to eventually send humans to Mars for the first time. SpaceX says it expects to try the launch again on Thursday morning from South Texas over the Gulf of Mexico. I don't know about you, Vanessa, but if a spaceship is forced to scrub launch just minutes before, there's no way I'll be riding on it.
I don't think I'll be riding on any spaceship, period. Well, it's time for a break. When we return, Americans are anticipating travel in record numbers this summer. But with increased demand and inflation, how much this might cost you?
Plus, the NBA playoffs are underway, and for the first time ever, all 4 California teams are in on the action. More after the break.
Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome. Prediabetes does. One in 3 adults has prediabetes, and you could be one of them. There are usually no signs for prediabetes, so it's important to understand your risk. With early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed, and you can change the outcome. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test today. Go to doihaveprediabetes.org.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
If you're buzzed and doing this, to make yourself feel okay to drive,
ZWX.
You're not okay to drive.
YGKLVW. Regular you.
Welcome back. In Ecuador, a gang-related fight turned deadly after 12 inmates were killed. The breakout happened at a local prison located in one of the country's most dangerous cities, Guayaquil. Since 2021, the country has been plagued by violence, prison riots, which have left hundreds dead. Officials blame gangs who fight, seeking control and influence inside the prisons. But the United Nations says otherwise. They cite negligence as the main issue for the violence. Ecuador's president has declared a national emergency and increased security at all major prisons in an effort to put an end to the violence. Meanwhile, tensions in Sudan have been brewing for weeks between the country's 2 most powerful generals. Just 18 months ago, both orchestrated a military coup to derail Sudan's transition to democracy. Over the weekend, tensions between both men erupted in an unprecedented battle for control. BTVN's own Emily Bloomquist is here with the latest. Emily?
Thanks, Vanessa. Sudan is at war with itself as 2 different generals face off to overthrow the government. It is up in the air which group will take control. Deadly fighting has broken out in Sudan. 2 rival factions of military groups are vying for control of the country. The fight broke out in the capital of Khartoum. One side is the Sudanese army and the other is the Rapid Support Force, a paramilitary group. In 2001, both groups were one force trying to overthrow the government. However, they have now turned on each other and are competing for the powerful role. Former Sudanese prime ministers urging the two sides to stop filling the streets with violence and the air with black smoke. This violent event has left many innocent civilians wounded and some killed from being in the crossfire of this fight. Japan local elections are coming up, and during the campaign trail, the Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida was attacked with a smoke bomb. Luckily, Kishida was able to leave unharmed from the explosive. After the event, Kishida stated that more security has been added and will be more alert for the upcoming G7 foreign ministers meetings in May. He has also continued on with his campaign trail for election season. The war between Russia and Ukraine still continues. Tensions began arising between the two sides in 2014 when Russia annexed Crimea from Ukraine. The fight is still going on, with Russia's latest hit on the eastern city of Sloviansk. The most recent update is that more than 100 Ukrainian prisoners of war were released during the Easter holiday as per an agreement with Russia. The war is still continuing, and Russia has now captured 2 neighborhoods in the city of Bakhmut. More updates will continue following the war between Russia and Ukraine. That's what's happening around the world. I'm Emily Blomquist. Back to you.
Thank you, Emily. Back here at home, csulb's Residence Hall Association gave students an opportunity to showcase their culture. BTVN's Layla Freeman has more.
Immigrants from Macedonia, so this is a very near and dear event to my heart.
I'm here at csulb's very own International House for the International Fair. Those who wish to participate could sign up to perform something from their culture or host a workshop. As you can see behind me, students are lining up to eat food from different cultures.
Students enjoyed Mexican and Filipino foods such as tacos and lumpia.
So I'm part of RHA. I'm the National Communication Coordinator, and we wanted to highlight the different cultures that we have at the school because we're in California, one of the most diverse states, and we're in the United States, the melting pot of the world, and so we wanted to make sure that everyone has a little spotlight on their culture.
And then the next step is cross, 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 hop step, cross step. And those are the 4 steps.
The participants caught on to this Macedonian dance quickly.
I'm representing Myanmar. It's a country below China between India and Thailand. Myanmar is like divided to many different regions. Kachin, Kaya, Kayin, Chin, Mo, Bama, Rakhine, and Shet. It's just a Burmese attire that like everyday people wear.
As one of the most diverse Cal states, csulb's International Fair gave students the opportunity to proudly display their cultures and shared traditions. Reporting from Long Beach, California, Layla Freeman, Beach TV News.
California has nothing but net as we enter playoff season in the NBA. BTVN's Henry Mahoney has all the details, plus the latest sports action.
The NBA playoffs are underway, and all 4 of California teams are involved for the first time ever. Let's check in on the action. It was a great beginning to the NBA playoffs for Lakers and Clippers fans alike. Both LA's teams got off to winning starts. The Lakers have taken a 1-0 lead over the much higher-seeded Grizzlies, while the Clippers came out on top over the Suns in a close one in Phoenix. Speaking of the Grizzlies, their struggles include more than just a disappointing Game 1 loss. Star Ja Morant went down injured in the 4th quarter of Game 1 with a hand injury. The Lakers outscored the Grizzlies 23-11 after Morant exited. Grizzlies coach Taylor Jenkins says that Morant will be available to return in an emergency situation. Morant wasn't the only star that had to watch his team from the sidelines. Bucks star and 2-time MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo exited Game 1 against the Miami Heat with a back injury. Both players hope to be available for Game 2. In the world of baseball, April 15th marked the MLB's annual Jackie Robinson Day. In honor of the league's first black player, the entire league sported the number 42 on their jersey. Players found personal ways to honor the Dodgers legend, with everything from custom cleats to heartfelt messages on Robinson's impact on the sport. And finally, 3 months after his terrifying mid-game collapse due to cardiac arrest, Buffalo Bills safety Damar Hamlin has been fully cleared to play football again. Hamlin has not set an official date for return, as the Bills have only just begun voluntary offseason workouts. But GM Brandon Beane says that Hamlin is in a great headspace. That's it for sports. I'm Henry Mahoney. Back to you guys at the news desk.
Go Cali! We will be rooting for all of our teams. Well, the sun is out, which means summer is around the corner. Are you going on vacation? You won't be alone. 2023 is predicted to record the busiest summer travel season, surpassing pre-pandemic levels. Expedia is already reporting a 25% increase in online flight searches, and Delta Airlines reported that their international flights are already 75% booked. With inflation and low availability, ticket prices are rising, but that's clearly not stopping anyone. The top destinations to visit this summer include New York, Orlando, Florida, and Paris. If you plan on taking a trip this summer, get that suitcase ready and be prepared to pay more.
A vacation sure sounds nice right now. Well, Taylor Swift is on her long-awaited tour while going through some major changes in her life. BTVN reporter Cassandra Wilkins is here with us now and has the story. Cassandra?
Thanks, Kevin. Yes, Taylor Swift and boyfriend Joe Alwyn have broken up after being together for 6 years.
The breakup happened during the midst of her Eras tour, and she continues to perform, with her first show after the breakup being in Tampa, Florida. The tour is scheduled to continue until August. Hopefully, you were able to get your hands on one of the well-sought-out tickets. More news in Florida. Drake Bell from the early 2000s Nickelodeon show Drake and Josh was reported missing by the Daytona Police Department. The police department posted on Facebook seeking information on Mr. Bell's whereabouts. He was last seen at Mainland High School around 9 p.m., then was found the next day. Bell later tweeted, "You leave your phone in the car and don't answer for the night, and this?" The world-famous video game Super Mario Bros. Is now a movie and is seeing record-breaking numbers in the box office. After 13 days of being released, it has already brought in over $700 million globally and is expected to make over $1 billion.
It's fun getting to watch the video games that I grew up playing as a kid turn into a movie. I'm Cassandra Wilkins. Back to you.
Up next, it's the Festival of the Year. See which performances rocked the house at Coachella and who didn't live up to the hype.
Plus, do you know your bra size? No, seriously. A new study reveals many women are actually a bit lost in the lingerie department. We'll explain after this break.
I don't remember how it started. Our back and forth. Victory. Fumble. Repeat. It always came back.
Okay, here we go, throw it!
Yeah. You probably don't remember what you told me.
That was perfect.
But I heard every word.
Nice.
Welcome back. And get those taste buds ready because some of your favorite burgers are getting upgraded at McDonald's. In an attempt to boost sales, the restaurant changes modifying its signature burger recipes. According to McDonald's, in-house chefs have been cooking up small but tasty improvements. Those improvements include softer buns, gooier cheese, more Big Mac sauce, and grilled onions added to patties straight from the sizzling grill. The upgrades will apply to the Big Mac, McDouble Burger, the Classic Cheeseburger, Double Cheeseburger, and Hamburger. The changes have already arrived to a few U.S. cities, including Los Angeles, Phoenix, Seattle, and Las Vegas. But keep an eye out because the new menu will roll out nationwide by 2024.
That sounds delicious. Can't wait to try the new recipes. You know who else can use the burger? All the exhausted fans who just wrapped up week 1 of Coachella, which apparently things didn't go so well. Our Beach TV News reporter Andy Lopez has the story and more.
Thanks, Vanessa. We have lots to cover out in the entertainment world, including major flops at the Festival of the Year, to the Love is Blind reunion not working and breaking our hearts. Grab your cup for some tea and let's get into it.
Beloved Hollywood actor Jamie Foxx hospitalized in Atlanta, Georgia following a medical emergency. The Academy Award winner has been in Georgia and was soon wrapping up a Netflix film alongside Cameron Diaz and Glenn Close. Jamie Foxx's daughter Corinne Foxx did not disclose what caused the complications or the results. She has asked for privacy for her and her family at this time. The Coachella Music Festival weekend has graced its presence once again. Camila Cabello was caught kissing ex-boyfriend Shawn Mendes. The two were seen embracing each other during the festival at weekend 1. The couple dated for almost 3 years and broke things off in 2021 and continued to stay single, apparently. Frank Ocean shocked festival goers after 6 years of being absent from the stage. The official Coachella YouTube channel did not stream the concert, which had the singer trending on Twitter. The singer entered the stage almost an hour after his scheduled time, but still had fans speechless and still wanting more. The singer honored his late brother, who died in 2020 from a car accident, and performed mixes of his older music. Love is Blind brought drama to households, but not from the TV show. The season 4 Love is Blind reunion was delayed for almost 2 hours. Netflix issued a statement on Twitter saying, "We are incredibly sorry the Love is Blind reunion did not turn out as we had planned." The show was scheduled to air at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, but 15 minutes after the premiere time, Netflix and Vanessa Lachey began tweeting. Love is Blind, the live reunion, is finally streaming on Netflix.
Hope you enjoyed that tea time. I am Andy Lopez, Beach TV News.
One piece of clothing has caused many women problems, bras. But our reporter, Lydia Tesfaye, has found ways to help with this issue.
Bra shopping is like the story of Goldilocks. Some are too small and some are too big. But for some reason, it's so hard to find the right fit. But here in Long Beach, one boutique is determined to find just the right bra for you. Here in Lucy's Boudoir, you'll find the bra fairy, Crystal Rogers, who will find the best bra for you.
The goal of this store is to create a level of convenience that a woman has never experienced in just walking into a store, being able to get things like off the rack that quickly, in her size. Like, we have a bra for all these different body types because not every bra fits every woman.
Have been around for centuries, yet women still can't find one that fits. Stores such as Victoria's Secret have been known for not providing the right measurements when fitting for bras, leaving women hopeless. Data analyzed by Books Avenue states that 81% of women don't know their bra size, while 19% do, and 26% are wearing a cup size too big. Not only is wearing a wrong size bra uncomfortable, but also affects women's confidence.
Most women have a hard time finding their size, but there's like a lot of women who are like, I literally could not find anything anywhere, and then I came in here and like people will just sort of break down, just like it changes their lives, and it's kind of amazing to be part of that every day.
If you can't come to Lucy's Boudoir to get properly measured, don't panic. Here are things you need to know when finding the right bra. First tip, the clasp should fit in the middle of your back and not too high.
But we also see this, where the back is up so high because they've tightened it up so much.
Second tip, the straps should not be too loose or too tight.
You know, I'd remind women that, you know, your bra should be adjustable, okay?
And lastly, make sure the band fits comfortably.
And the supporting your bra is coming from this area in the bra. It's the band. The band carries most of the weight.
With these handy tips, you will find the bra just for you. Reporting from Lucy's Boudoir, I'm Lydia Tesfaye, Beach TV News.
So there you have it, ladies. You can now visit the Bra Fairy, our thanks to Lydia.
And from a fairy, we now go to an unbelievable dog. That's right, a group of friends trained their dog to take photos for them. Yes, you heard that right.
And I thought my dog was smart. Take a look at this video. Say wolf, instead of bugging people passing by, the group trained their dog to be a fur-tographer.
A group of friends on vacation in Portugal put the phone in Dixie's mouth. They pose, Dixie stays still, and a picture is snapped.
The way this likely worked is that as the dog held the cell phone, and someone in the group used their watch to trigger the phone to take a picture.
Either way, Dixie has stolen the hearts of many.
All I want to know now is, where can I hire this fur-tographer? See what I did there? And with that, we reach the end of this edition of Beach TV News. I'm Vanessa Mayerga.
And I'm Kevin Fernandez. Remember, Long Beach, you can be part of the conversation too. Check us out on Twitter and Instagram at Beach TV News. Tap that like button and let us know which is your favorite story.
Before signing off tonight, we want to thank all the students who were a part of BTVN during our newscast's first year. We couldn't have done it without you.
And to those of you who will be graduating this year, including Vanessa, congratulations, you've earned it. I will see you all back here at the news desk next fall. Good night, Long Beach.